What's going on, Xanderverse? It's your boy Xander Win here, the Dreadlock Nerd, here with a quick Dreadlock Nerd talk and kind of a TXI response as well. Just got in from work and working out, so I'm just trying to get all settled in. But most of you guys are already aware of Ben Affleck has dropped out from directing the standalone Batman movie for the DC Cinematic Universe. And basically, a lot of people are signaling this as pretty much the, I guess you would call it the downfall of the DC Extended Universe, the DC Cinematic Universe. Pretty much a lot of us were counting on Ben Affleck's standalone Batman movie to be the saving grace of the DC Extended Universe. Being with Batman v Superman being the most divisive movie of 2016, even though I myself enjoyed it, more specifically the Ultimate Edition, and with Suicide Squad also coming up with mixed reviews. A lot of people felt that it was better than Batman v Superman. A lot of people didn't like Suicide Squad at all. I have actually yet to see the extended edition, so I plan to watch that real soon. But in the grand scheme of everything, I can definitely say that while I wasn't really too worried about the DC Extended Universe before, I am definitely starting to lose. I won't say that I'm starting to lose hope in the cinematic universe, but I am definitely, my excitement for it has definitely been lessening over time. Not even with just the fact that, Ben Affleck has decided to not direct the standalone Batman film, but also with, directors, leaving the standalone Flash movie, and also the simple fact that they're basically rewriting the entire Flash script from scratch. We were supposed to have 2 Justice League movies, but we're only just having 1, which didn't really bother me at all. Shazam is supposed to be split into 2 parts. Black Adam's going to get his own standalone movie, which, since considering the Dwayne Johnson is Black Adam, I would pretty much understand why they're doing that. It's Dwayne Johnson. He kind of warrants that kind of attention. As far as it stands, 2017, all we have is Wonder Woman to look forward to, which I think might be and I guess you can quote me on this. I'm gonna say that Wonder Woman is gonna be the crowning jewel of the DC Cinematic Universe, because just like Captain America, the First Avenger, it is not necessarily tied to the current timeline that was set by Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and even Suicide Squad. This Wonder Woman takes place in the past, so there's not really much that she has to worry about. Justice League, that is up in the air for the most part. To me, Justice League looks pretty good. But I know to a lot of people, especially a lot of people who have been very dismissive of the DCEU, it doesn't really make much of a difference. To a lot of people, Justice League doesn't look all that great, and it's just gonna suck. Before I continue, let me just go on and say this: all you Marvel fanboys and even you DC fanboys out there, listen, it's a new year. We don't know what's gonna happen with these movies. The only thing we can do is wait and see. All right. Marvel has had to jump on DC in the movie universe since 2000. When did Iron Man come out? Since the early 2000s, they've had to jump on DC. So I think one of the reasons why Ben Affleck decided to not direct the standalone Batman film, more than likely, is Warner Brothers themselves. I don't imagine DC Entertainment being the real problem, considering that Jeff Johns is, head of that department. I would be prone to say that maybe it's Warner Brothers Productions that's probably the cause for all this. I actually just got finished watching Collider, the Collider daily video, and they were all talking about the subject as well. Jeremy Johns, who happened to be in the Collider video today, he brought up an interesting point. You know, we all know how comic books work these days. They're always subject to reboots and, you know, rewrites and rehashings. You know, Crisis on Infinite Earths, you know, Flashpoint, New 52, DC Rebirth, and all that stuff. And, you know, he brought up, it was a joke, but he brought up this interesting point. Like, what if the Flash happens to go back in time way past when he warned Bruce about, you know, Lois Lane and all that stuff? Like, basically, long story short, what if he sets off a DC Rebirth in a DC cinematic universe? Because, with the exception of Wonder Woman, you know, and I can actually say, I can pretty much admit this, it's not really, it's really not looking good for DC, for the DC cinematic universe. It's not. Their animation, not a problem. Their TV shows, they pretty got a pretty good handle on that right now. But it is, and just like John Campea said, he said that you know, everything has its weak point, its Achilles heel. For Warner Brothers, it might be the DC cinematic universe, or you can think of vice versa. For DC, it might be Warner Brothers screwing up the cinematic universe. In any case, I mean, I was looking forward to Ben Affleck's take on an entire Batman movie. We've already seen his take on the Batman character himself. I would have been interested to see what he would have done with his own standalone Batman movie with him directing it. I know there's been talks about like trying to get the script together and all that stuff, and you know, that's always an issue. But I guess the script couldn't get figured out, so that's why he stepped down. I don't know. The latest rumor was that, and this is just a rumor, that Ben Affleck would most likely be stepping down from playing Batman. I highly doubt that's ever going to happen. If I know how these Hollywood titles work, Ben Affleck is signed to a multi-movie contract. He's signed to a multi-movie contract. There's no matter, you know, Batman v Superman, Suicide Squad. You know, someone mentioned that he might cameo on Wonder Woman. I'm not sure. Justice League, and of course, you know, the standalone Batman film. How many movies he's contracted to star in, I don't know. But all I know is that he is contracted to be in a lot of the more DC movies. He's Batman. Batman is practically in everything. So of course he's signed onto a multi-movie contract. So I highly doubt that he'll be stepping down as playing Batman. If he did, however, I will say this: they need to call Scott Adkins. They need to call that boy. They need to call homeboy and get him up in there ASAP. If that is the case, like I said, I doubt it. But if it actually is true, they need to call Scott Adkins and get him in there. In any case, at this point right now, it's just, you know, it is what it is with the DC Cinematic Universe. I don't know how things are going to turn out. The only thing I can do is just sit back and wait. You know, I'm not going to really lose my mind over things that turn out, you know, because basically you got to prepare for the possibility that the DC Cinematic Universe is going to fail. I know a lot of people are saying that it's failing right now, but, you know, there are really only 3 movies in. You got to give it a little bit more time than that. You know, let's see what happens with Wonder Woman. Let's see what happens with Justice League, and then we can probably make a determination from there. We'll just have to wait and see. In any case, post your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what your thoughts are on Ben Affleck stepping down from directing the standalone Batman movie. Do you feel the DC Cinematic Universe is officially doomed now with him not directing it? Or do you think there's still a possible chance that it could succeed? If you liked this video, hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. You know, share this video with all your friends. And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy what you see. Just have to wait and see what happens, folks. Dreadlock Nerd out. Peace.